This man was so busy last month he forgot to record it. Or maybe he did and fell into the river and it got lost. We'll never know. You should have seen it. It was a mad scramble, harvesting silage all over the place. Hopefully Randy can make up for it with some cotton. This is episode 57 of Out Mountain. What is going on, everyone? We are just loading up some products here early morning on the ranch. We have an absolute just conglomerate of different products here. It's kind of crazy, but definitely worth it for just ease of loading, especially with this loading dock that we did get installed. And we do have a different trailer. Oh my gosh. As you can see, you might see a few different changes around the ranch as kind of time goes on. Trying to get this loaded up. We did get the open trailer, that way we have a little bit more room to maneuver the Bobcat around and get it loaded 2 wide as opposed to just 1. You might see some of these changes because, well, unfortunately we did lose a month worth of footage for our big silage harvest. Things just kind of didn't really work out, and we were just so busy getting stuff done that we just didn't have a chance to get any footage of it. So that is unfortunate, but we are going steady, and there's been a lot of changes that you'll kind of see. We have totally filled up our silo with, well, chaff from all of that corn. We did end up renting a massive forage harvester, not forest, we've been doing a lot of forest work, but oh my gosh, a massive big Fendt forage harvester, and we got all of our corn kind of dealt with, which was really nice because that was a long time coming, and we got about like 600,000 liters out of it, all said and done, which is pretty amazing. We totally filled up our silo with about 400,000 liters, and it actually was so much that we had to call around town and kind of figure out another solution to get everything loaded up, because I wasn't sure if anyone would actually take silage or, like, you know, had somewhere to store that much. So the feed store actually got some upgrades over the last few months, and they have a big silo that got installed over there, as well as a couple other things, I think. I'm not really sure. Oh my gosh, this is an Omega Heavy. We're gonna keep this one as low to the ground as we can. Low and slow. But yeah, so we have another 200,000 liters just kind of hanging out over at the feed store, where we'll be able to sell it when it's at its peak price. So that is good. Of course, yes, we did buy this trailer as well. It was about 20,000 liters. We also unloaded all of our produce from our cold storage to kind of give us enough money to get some of these things done, because of course we only had like $1,500 at the start of last month. Things are pretty tight. Even now we only have about 15, maybe 16 grand. So we're trying to get as much as we can sold so that we can kind of keep trucking on. Of course, we still have a lot to do today as well. We got to try and get our greenhouses topped up with seed so they don't run out. And we actually did buy a pallet of sugar, so we have about 2,000 liters of that hanging out in our dairy that you can hear just making a bunch of noise. So we'll, oh my gosh, have to get that topped up with milk at some point, and try not to fall off our trailer. Alright. Is a little bit sketchy, that is for sure. Definitely would like to get a forklift at some point, because it's just a little bit more stable with the side shifter. So we'll finish getting this done, and we'll continue on with all of our work. Because it's, yeah, like I said, it's going to be a pretty big day. We want to kind of make up for a little bit of lost time, if you will. Alright, wow. Sorry that took so long, but we tried our best there. You know, I don't know. I think it's looking pretty good. Bringing in our last load now. And we don't even have straps on this guy just yet, but that's not a problem. Alright. Almost biffed it on our last load there, if you almost saw. Had some eggs almost tip over, but if we can get this drop down and just pushed up a little bit. Oh, we don't want to grab those strawberries. We have a lot of strawberries, and I think just for the amount of pallets we get from them, it might be worth it to, well, just stop making them, you know, as delicious as they are. But this bobcat's done us really well. I'm quite pleased with this guy. Alright. So satisfying every time. Let's get some straps on here. Good thing we got them all pushed up together, but we can definitely fit more on here if we ever needed to in the future. And I'm curious to see how much we get for all this stuff. And how much of it Karen will take. I don't know, that'll be good. I think there is definitely some cheese and some other products mixed in here. Honey, there's no maple syrup, of course, that doesn't get distributed over here, because it's just a slow process over in the little greenhouse we have over on the other side of the ranch. But we will get it taken over to the other side of, well, the city, I guess, and get to some field work. We have all these weeds. I don't know if we're going to be able to get rid of them, but as you can see, we made a boo-boo. We accidentally drove through our field the other day while we were transporting to and from our silo. We were getting pretty tired. It was a big job, and it took us a long time. But yeah, this is the state of the field now. It's done us well. You know, I wish you guys could have seen it. It was a lot of fun, and we definitely learned a lot of stuff. And I think we're gonna do it again at some point. But I think we need to definitely focus on another harvest for probably some chicken food, something like that, and get some straw in the mix as well. And that field actually needs to get plowed. So I don't even know if we're going to have enough time to get all of that done if we're going to turn it over again before this year. So it might have to just stay like that, get all weed infested, and over the winter we will plow the field, probably put some lime on it, and just get it all nice and ready for whatever we end up putting in there next. As you can see, this is a pretty slow and heavy load, but not a problem. We were actually talking to the farmer over here. He does have this property for sale, of course, and it's $100,000. Well, 106 is what he wants, but you know, he said he'd give it to us for 100. So I don't know. I'm tempted. I think he has cotton in here right now. That's totally something new to us, but I don't know if we could even manage to get to that. You know, if oh my god, oh my god. Well, you know, at least there's a telehandler right there. All right, we got ourselves back on our feet, and as you can see, farm store looks like they totally paved. Well, I don't know about paved, but looks like they did gravel over there, and that is the big silo that all of our silage is hanging out in. Well, 200,000 liters of it at least. No idea what we'll end up getting for that as far as profit and money, but I'm really curious to find out because I'm hoping it'll be a good amount. I mean, at 200,000 liters or something, you think if I get $1, you know, 1 for 1, that's like, that's $200,000. I don't know. That could be, maybe it's less than it is just fermented grass. Hey, was that our old truck? Nice. All right. That must be the place that bought it. Wonderful. Cool. All right. We're going to get this guy pulled up kind of in our usual spot here. Oh, can we make this corner? I think if we back it up a little bit. There we go. All right. Nice thing is, without the curtain cider, you can kind of get at this guy from all angles. So we'll get it all unstrapped for Karen and see how much we get from all of our goodies. Wow, we got 122,000 from all that. I don't know about you guys, but that seems like that's a lot of money, you know? Like, was the trailer really that full? Maybe it was deceptive because it was open. I don't know. Either way, I will take it. That's a lot of money. And let's check out what the store's got. Nothing too crazy. What is this guy? Just a bunch of materials. Just a big collector, scooper, tipper. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. But, I mean, we almost could afford it. I just don't know what we would need it for right now. Basically a massive forage harvester that can pick up anything, it seems like. But for now, we should probably just get back to the field, the farm, the ranch. Because, yeah, we got lots to get done this month. Alright, we are going to get this guy pulled into our nice big pull-through shed. It's nice having two of these guys now, honestly. This just feels like we have a little bit more breathing space for all of our bigger kind of equipment. Alright, and we are getting pretty low on fuel, so we're just going to go over and throw in some diesel. I noticed our grass is actually looking like it's ready to cut, too, so we should probably get those bales moved out of the way, and well, then we can cut the grass again. Alright. Truck is fueling up, so we may as well give our cows a little bit of water. And who knows, if they take all of it, which would be nice, we could give them some milk, or transfer over some milk as well, which would be awesome. Not even close. We still have like 89%, so that's not a problem. Alright, just to save a little bit of time, figured why not get the trailer out and load our bales onto there. That way we can kind of transfer them over when we have a little bit more time. So, probably find a good spot. I don't think... And that, you know what? Another reason why we ended up ruining part of our field there was because I totally was used to being like, okay, we can drive through the grass field, not a problem. And that field was just kind of all green at the time, and the weeds weren't as big, and I just drove right through it. We did get a big concrete barrier brought in and put between our shed and our manure pit, and honestly, cheapest solution to kind of just keep this area clean. It's fine if it kind of spills out a little bit there, but it won't go into our bale shed, so I think that's a win, and we can probably get our little towers of, leaning towers of doom cleaned up a little bit. We don't even have that many bales left, so probably a good idea to just even top them up since we got to move them anyways. And of course, since we have a ton of silage from all of our lovely corn, I think we'll probably just turn the rest of our bales into, or the rest of our grass, sorry, into some more bales. So, something like that doesn't have to be pretty. Now I wonder if we can straighten these guys out. I mean, they're already falling over, so what's the worst that could happen, you know? We probably just don't have enough power. It looks like they're slowly kind of moving. I don't know. Maybe the wheel loader could do it, but we don't have a fork for that guy. Oh. Guys, I think we're doing it. We're doing it! Well, it's straightened out. I don't know if we'll be able to get it pushed all the way back. But that's alright. I think I'm satisfied with that for now. We will rip into our grass field, go pick up all of that hay. Geez, that looks like actually a good amount, considering how much grass was there. And I don't know if I cut it early last time or what, but this time, definitely, it is, that's some long grass. So, we will stab our forks in here. We'll double stack them up, and probably these ones that are nice and close we can leave off the trailer. We'll see. I'm not sure if we're going to end up filling up the trailer and what the deal is. I'm not even sure how many bales we have, but we'll get a final count and we'll go from there. I'm going to guess 12. Alright, got all those guys loaded up, and we'll probably just leave our trailer here for now, and then we can get our cows topped up really quick. I think they only really need one load of each, so we should be fine there. Alright, cows are all good for now. Lots of water, lots of food, lots of straw. So, I think we could probably move on to mowing. Would probably be a good idea. And yeah, if you did notice here, we changed up the orientation of kind of our firewood, just wood processing area. Just got our machines moved over, and figured we'd try a new layout, just see how it works, if it's a little bit more efficient. We can cut up our trees, kind of get them moved right into our firewood processor. Anything that doesn't fit, throw right into the wood chipper, and kind of just go from there. Should be a little bit easier. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough space. We did have enough space to go through here with our tractor, which was really nice, but we got lots of space in general on the ranch, so I think we should be just fine there. Alright, just gonna get to mowing. Shouldn't take us too long, and I don't think we really need to bale and do the whole field today, but as long as we can get it tedded and turned into hay, I think that would be good. Let it dry for a little bit. It's kind of getting closer to that wet season. We did actually have rain yesterday during our big corn harvest, so that was a little bit unexpected and unfortunate, but it was only for really the last little third of the field. We did have majority of it done at that point, which was good, but there was nothing we really could have done about it. I mean, it really just rained in the rest of the evening. But all good there. We're moving along pretty well, I think, and we have lots of plans for the future. We have enough money to buy the field next to us with all that cotton. It's not ready to harvest, but I think it would be next month. And considering we missed our corn harvest, I think that might be something that's interesting, and of course just allows for a lot of expansion in the future. I'm not really sure what we would use those fields for, but of course we could just dedicate our whole field over here to grass and get rid of our small field and just have two larger fields that we're planting stuff on. One kind of for our animals, and the other one that maybe is a bit further away, just purely for profit, and doing some other crops that are a bit more fun, something like that. Not really sure. We could have corn going pretty regularly instead and just be doing silage in mass and making a lot of money that way, or, you know, who knows. Just gives us lots of options, so that's something to consider, and maybe we'll think it over while we get the rest of this field done. Alright, well, we're not even going to talk about the way that I cut that field, but we got it cut, and it's done. That's all that matters. We got our mowers folded up, we'll grab our tedder, and we'll get to tedding. Oh boy, of course we have this one wonky strip. We'll have to fix that eventually, but today is not that day. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad, actually. It's always satisfying seeing all that hay just fly up through there, kind of just like a wave machine, almost. And I am kind of torn on how to spend the rest of our day. I do want to get some trees planted, but we, of course, need to windrow and make some bales, and we need to get some herbicide on our field. Oh my gosh, let's not hit our trailer in the process, but I think, you know, we maybe need to prioritize getting some new trees in the ground. Our pallet production and kind of furniture doesn't really go through trees and wood that fast. That's not really a problem. We can definitely just sell what's going through there, and it's going to take us a while to even grow those trees to their maximum height and age. So I think getting those in the ground will be probably priority, but just to remind us, I think maybe we will bring this guy into the garage and throw the row crop narrow tires on this guy. That way we know for tomorrow we are good to go, because we do have our sprayer, if you can see it, poking out of our shed on the other side of the yard there, because it's ready to go. Alright, we got our narrow tires put on there, so we'll just go hook up to our sprayer. That way it's good to go for whenever we have time. Alright, we just hopped up into the John Deere Gator here, and I think we should probably top up all of our greenhouses with seed, because they're all running pretty low. And then we can use this guy. We actually did buy a 3-point attacher for this guy, so instead of using our little bed here, which is super convenient for doing small jobs like this around the ranch, we can actually take it off and put on a 3-point hydraulic attachment, just so that we can move around stuff that normally tractors would be used for. So we'll throw another load of seed in this guy, and we'll continue on. Alright, this guy's coming in super useful, so we'll just get him dropped off here next to all of the little seed bags over there. And of course, you might have noticed a bunch of kind of pallet jacks, like these guys, around the ranch, which are just really handy in helping us move stuff around, and not always needing some sort of big machinery to do it, and we can just kind of move individual pallets little by little and hand bomb stuff around a little bit easier, so hopefully we might see a little bit more of that in the future. Feels weird riding around in this thing with absolutely no back, exposed engine. Feels wrong, but it feels so right. Alright. We are gonna get this guy backed up on here. Of course, we just brought it in with the pallet fork before when we unloaded it the other day. So, that is that. I think the plan might be to use this guy to actually plant our trees. So we're all ready with that, but first we need to move a couple things. Probably going to hop in the Bobcat here, and we can probably drop off some of our implements. Yeah, you know what, we'll just leave them in here for now. Oh my gosh, sorry, Bucket. Drop off that guy. We're going to drop off the Ripper as well. And we're going to go pick up our little Forky Fork, because we got a couple stumps we gotta move that are way too heavy to pick up. We did finally sell our small bucket for our front loader. That thing was just sitting there taking up shelf space for the longest time, and we have now reclaimed it. So I'm not sure what we're gonna put there, but we do have that space back. Probably get to use the Funkasaur pretty soon too, as of course we do have to plow our big field. So much work to do this winter. It's like it never ends. We've got all of our trees organized. The other day, when it was raining, just had a little bit of spare time there. But yeah, we do have kind of a bunch of these little stumpy stumps that we chop down just to kind of save a little bit of extra wood if we can. And hopefully, we can. I'm hoping to get this guy knocked over, maybe. And then we, or you know what? Let's just use our big brain here, Randy. And chomp it down. Yeah. Is it even going to work? Well, we got the one. I'll take it. Alright, we didn't get all of them, but we got enough of them for now, and I think we might hop in the wheel loader and just try and move some of these trees out of the way. I don't know if we'll put them away. What's going to be easier? It's probably going to take us a while to get all these trees put into their kind of little storage spots, but I think if... well, you know what? They are organized, so we'll kind of see how it goes. We're going to have to move them off their little lanes. I was just thinking if we just push them kind of into the grassy area, something like that, then they should be good to go. But of course, if we plant the trees, the saplings, yeah, we got to move them, because if we plant the saplings, we're just absolutely going to destroy them. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of these guys, but 2 is pretty good. Can we be cheeky and drop them on these ones and grab the others? Something like that. Ooh. Oh boy. Yeah, that's heavy, but that's doable. Alright, if we can do that, make minimal loads. Looks like it's definitely front heavy, but our back wheels are on the ground. We want to keep it... Oh, okay, as I say that, I think they just might be popping off the ground a little bit. But with some luck and momentum, we can do this. Alright, we can pretty much just drive straight. We gotta be smart with the articulation here. Yeah, no, I think... Alright, we're just gonna have to drop off a couple trees. That would be nice. Or we could just cut them in half. I suppose that is an option too. But, yeah, I was hoping to just try and save time. Alright, if we keep them pretty much on the ground, we can drive them over there. So, sketchy, but doable. Let's get it done before the sun's down. That way we can plant some of these trees and not run into our building. Well, I'd say that went pretty well. That's a lot of trees in there. They were all harvested pretty well, got them organized, and this wheel loader, even though it's the smallest one, actually did a superb job for us. So I think we'll just wrap them back around the building and get them kind of parked in its original spot there. As you can see, we got a fair bit of pallets too, so it's probably worth looking into selling some of those guys in the coming months. Maybe even next month, who knows, kind of continue on with making that money. Suppose while we're down here, let's just chop off that one little guy. We could probably, I'm thinking, get these guys cut in half and then go from there as far as if we want to put them in there, load them on a truck, or what the deal is. But the sun is kind of going down, which is awesome, but that job took us a little bit longer than I expected. So we're going to have to save the planting for next month, but that's not a worry. I did look into that other field, though, and we're going to write up the paperwork in buying the ranch just, well, the farm just across the way and add it onto our ranch. It's got cotton, and we're going to have to harvest it, I'm hoping, at least. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to hop in the truck here and hop on over, ride on over, drive on over to our new property and go sign the paperwork before the night's end, just to ensure that, you know, that field is ours. You know, this bridge was connected over here quite some time ago, pretty much when we first moved in to the area, and who knew that this would, well, this would become part of our land. I guess it only makes sense as a bit of a natural progression, but yeah, so we will just pull up right in here, turn off the truck. It's pretty noisy. Jeez, look at that sunset. What a gorgeous night. So, let's do it. All right, $106,000, 521. $106,521. But like I said, we're gonna get it for $100,000. So that is awesome. It's going to be a great addition on, and I'm wondering if we can even add a little bit of some sort of a bridge on this back end. That way it's a little bit easier access to and from some of our other areas of the ranch. Who knows? Either way, we're going to have direct connection to the main road, which is awesome. That's a long way from where this original entrance was. So seems like we don't really use too much anymore. Kind of a back road. I think even this road is almost fully grown over. Mother Nature finds a way. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. All done. Awesome. That is ours now. How wild is that? So, yeah, he'll probably be moving out over the coming months, I'm sure. We're going to do some landscaping because, obviously, we don't really need this house up here anymore. And we can make this area really ours. So I'm looking forward to that. Not sure what the full extent of the game plan will be. But this cotton... oh boy, this cotton is ours. So that's going to have to be next month. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.